Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Monday, March 3rd. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral. With me today is Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall, all of whom minister with me here at Sunshine Cathedral. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about Sunshine Cathedral. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We also have our own YouTube channel. And if you live in South Florida, be sure to check out the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts, offering entertainment for the LGBTQ+ community to benefit the LGBTQ+ community. Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world. In 2025, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots Magazine, the 5th anniversary of Queer News Tonight with nearly 10,000 stories and 10 million views in 2024. We will produce the 25th anniversary of Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival on June 14th. Pride Fed, Diversity Pride in August, and now the near 50th anniversary of Pride Fort Lauderdale in February. We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies. The Queer God Squad is unique in that we apply critical thought to religion while still embracing what is good about religion, and all in support of the LGBTQIAA+ community. If you enjoy the Queer God Squad, help us reach more people by sharing this or other episodes with your friends, family, and social media communities. This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. Gay holy man murdered in South Africa. Muhsin Hendricks, a South African Islamic scholar who may have been the world's first openly gay imam, was killed February 15th in South Africa. It was believed the imam was preparing to officiate a lesbian wedding, but the BBC later reported that that was inaccurate information. The imam was actually scheduled to do an interfaith wedding for a straight couple. Julia Ehrt, executive director at ILGA World, an international LGBTQ organization, noted, quote, "The imam supported and mentored so many people in South Africa and around the world in their journey to reconcile with their faith. And his life has been a testament to the healing that solidarity across communities can bring in everyone's lives," end quote. Muhsin Hendricks came out as gay in 1996. Muhsin said at a 2024 conference, quote, "Religion is probably one of the main things that has created mental health issues and trauma within our communities. But at the same time, we have narratives of queer people of faith who are talking about how religion has actually saved and healed them. But what kind of religion is that? It's that religion where we, queer people, can disconnect from those parts that are extremist and don't speak to inclusivity and compassion," end quote. Imam Daye Abdullah posted on social media, quote, "It is with a heavy heart that I acknowledge the tragic loss of my dear friend and fellow openly gay imam, Muhsin Hendricks, who was taken from us far too soon. Muhsin was a courageous voice for LGBTQ+ Muslims, not only in South Africa, but around the world. His work was a testament to the power of faith, love, and authenticity. Muhsin inspired countless Muslims and non-Muslims to embrace who they are while remaining steadfast in their spiritual journey. His mission for inclusivity, understanding, and justice will forever remain a part of his legacy," end quote. Verily he belonged to Allah, and verily to Allah he has returned. We at the Queer God Squad honor the life and legacy of Imam Muhsin Hendricks. Well, this is always a little prickly subject for me because, I'm part of the world that has damaged so many people. Yeah. I'm trying to be part of the world that redeems religion, but religion has been so weaponized. And so I get it when people are like, you wouldn't ask me to go back to an abusive lover. You wouldn't ask me to go back to live in the orphanage where I was, we were neglected. So I get it. But also, ritual is so innate. I think ritual is one of the reasons we've survived as a species. I think the arts and religion are what bring people together, and people are safer together. They notice when someone's sick. They notice if someone got lost, didn't show up. And so the things that bring us together help us evolve.
Yes.
And so I really believe in the possibility and the potential of religion, which is why every society has had some. Has had some sort of religion, a shaman, a priest, or something, a medium, because it really is important. But in the wrong hands, anything is horrible. I mean, a healing scalpel can become a weapon. And so every society has education, but education can be propagandized and weaponized, and it can become ugly. Every society has economy, but when the economy exists to support 1% at the expense of the 99, that has become ugly. And so, yeah, religion is a social institution, but it is no safer than the others from being misused. And so, for those who want what religion offers without the ugliness, that's why we're here. Not to judge you if you choose something else. We get it. But if you want religion, there is a guilt-free, shame-free, abuse-free version of it. And that's why we're here. So, and I think that's why Daye Abdullah is here. And that's why Muhsin Hendricks was here. And so there are some good folks in the world of religion. And he was certainly one of them. And by being who he was, I mean, this was probably a hate crime. He was probably murdered. This was not some random act.
Right.
That his version of inclusivity, his version of equity and justice and welcome and fairness, that really pisses off a certain kind of religious person. And so whether you're Christian or Jewish or Muslim or Hindu or Sikh or whatever your brand of religion is, if you're on the progressive end, you are a threat and a target to the far right, to the extremist end. And so he is a martyr for the faith. We all take those risks when we come out and say, yes, we're religious, but we're religious for gay people. We're religious for trans people. We're religious for women. We're religious for the environment. We are religious for other religions. We are religious, but our religion isn't about torture or torment or shame or guilt or punishment. Our religions try to bring us together so we can share joy and concerns and sadness and be better for it and maybe evolve together, because we are together, keeping each other safe and fed and nurtured and looked after. And so, yeah, religion is its own thing. It doesn't get you to God. It doesn't get you to another world. It gets you together. And then together you can do a lot of great things. That's what religion is. And those of us who take that take, especially right now, are in the sights of the harsher, meaner parts of society. So Muhsin Hendricks was a model for what we can do and ought to do, and also a cautionary tale that it can come with a price.
Right. And it takes me to what we say here as we begin worship every Sunday morning: healing the hurts caused by hatred. Sunshine Cathedral is a spirit-seeking community, healing the hurts caused by hatred. Because there is a lot of hatred, there's a lot of pain, and there needs to be a lot of healing. And when you find places like Sunshine Cathedral that are really out there and speaking truth to power and welcoming and affirming everybody where they are in their faith journey, it's a reminder of what we all need to continue to do. So we honor his legacy.
Imam Hendricks reminds us, his death reminds us that there is sometimes a consequence to resistance. And it reminds the people at this table that we have an obligation to ensure that every single voice out there is heard, whatever it costs, however long it takes. We have taken on that responsibility to speak to communities that did not know that they were loved, to speak to communities that did not understand that they were made in God's image, that they were created to be just as they are at this moment, and just as they will be tomorrow when they discover who they might be. It is a wonderful dynamic that we live in, that we can think the way we do today and wake up tomorrow and understand better who we really are. And at this table, you've got 4 people who you can come to at any time to talk about your journey, whatever your journey is, whether you're agnostic, whether you believe that there is a sun God, whatever you understand your faith to be, your walk to be. We're here for you every single day, and we will help you understand that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
You know, I didn't know Imam Hendricks personally, but I have friends who were in Cape Town who knew him and worked with him.
Wow.
And you can just sense their level of loss in that community. not only just to his faith community, but to the community at large, because he was a leader in the community at large and worked with a lot of interfaith programs there. And this is one of those that's kind of like it's the ripple effect. This has been felt around the globe on so many levels, and I think we need to be aware of that feeling, because Bishop Walker says we are all kind of on the front lines, and I was reminded in the conversation just how much on the front lines we are when you're talking about LGBT rights and fighting for rights. It puts you on the front line, and so this is a reminder that we're in something much larger than ourselves. And this is a ripple effect that also is a wake-up call that we still have work to do. The work is not yet done. And Imam Daye Abdul is a friend of ours, and actually I'm going to do an interview with him on another show a little bit later. But it's also a reminder that even in their community, that is a small community of out gay imam. I mean, he is Imam Abdullah. He says, I am now in a very small representation.
There were only 4 or 5 in the world to start with, and now there's one less.
And now there's one left. And so I'm looking forward to my conversation with him about all that. But I think this is just a reminder, people of faith, we stand out, we stand up, and we also support each other in our times of need as well. This is one of those times that we need to support our LGBT community in Cape Town and love them as much as we possibly can.
Amen.
And I want to say, if you're a person of prayer, please pray for progressive clergy, liberal clergy, out LGBTQ plus clergy, queer clergy. But I include the other progressives too, though, because allies, if they're real allies, they're standing next to the targeted person.
Right.
Exactly.
And the rocks being thrown don't discriminate. So God bless our friends. Now, those who give lip service and then when the rocks are flying, you can't find them. Screw them. We're not talking about them. But the people who really do stand with you and are in solidarity with you, they're taking risk also. They're risking and abandoning privilege to stand with you. And so God bless them. So if you are a person of prayer, please pray for progressive clergy, for liberal clergy, for queer clergy. And if you don't pray, please wish us well. Please hold us in some regard and hope that things are well. And if even that's a stretch for you, just when it comes up, say something nice about them, something affirming. You're at your level of blessing. Please bless those of us who are doing what we can at some risk for really the world, especially for marginalized and targeted communities. So give us whatever little bit of energy you got, because we need it. Well, that's today with the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, we want to invite you to join Sunshine Cathedral on a wonderful experience and help our mission for our community. Join us on the Florida AIDS Walk Pride Cruise. This unique 3-day cruise will sail from Miami on the $1 billion and ultra-deluxe 170,000-ton MSC Seascape on November 2nd, 2025. The cruise is for the Florida AIDS Walk. Your participation helps 13 vital beneficiaries in our community. The cruise is an incredible value, starting at just $199, and is also a fundraiser for the Sunshine Cathedral. Parties, special events, and more aboard, including a special unlimited beverage and open bar with Wi-Fi for all 3 days for just $68. We invite you to join us on this amazing cruise for fun, this vital cruise for good.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that. We are all in this together.
Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad.
Goodbye.